So, it's time for a couple of stories. I have two stories for you today. One is about three daughters, and the other is a story named Rosa and Blanca. You might recognize one or both of these stories because you've seen them before, but it's always fun to read stories again because sometimes we forget them, and it's a fun memory to go back over them again. Our question today is, when does a creative idea lead to a surprise? And the words that we're looking for and trying to remember are right here. There they are. And the first one is there, and I'm going to point it out to you right here. This kind of there means somebody owns something, like their house, their chairs, their cars. It's important that it's not the same as over there. It's spelled differently, even though it's said the same. Buy, when you go get something at the store and pay money for it. Half, so if I have a heart and I take one part out of two away, that's called half. So 2 pieces, 1 gone is half. Alone, all by yourself. Daughters, those are the girls in the family. Youngest, that's the one in the family that has the smallest number. So if I have a 4-year-old and a 10-year-old and a 12-year-old, the 4-year-old is the youngest, the littlest one with the smallest number of their age. And many, it's the number between a lot and a few, 2 or 3. Many, 5, 6, 8, 10. A lot, 100. So many is an important word to know because you don't always have to say the number. Our first story, 3 daughters. One night, their mom went to buy food alone. 3 daughters sit at home with their dad. The youngest child cries, "Mom is kind in so many ways. You must find ways to repay her." "What might we try?" sighs the oldest daughter. These 3 daughters lie awake half the night. All 3 try to find the right way to repay their mom, and in the morning the answer is still not in sight. Mom pleads, "You are the light of my life. Show love for me by being kind to others." And some of you might be thinking about your mom and all the things she does for you. Pretty soon Mother's Day is coming up. It's not too far away. You might think about, what nice thing could I do for my mom to show her how much I appreciate her and all the nice things she does for me. A lot of moms are working really hard right now. A lot of grandmas, because you guys are at home and you need some help with stuff. So think about, what could you do to be helpful to them? Rosa and Blanca. When does a creative idea lead to a surprise? So an idea that you have in your head that's a little bit special, and it might turn into something more. Once there were 2 sisters named Rosa and Blanca. They loved each other very much. If their mother sent Rosa to the store to buy flour for tortillas, Blanca would go with her. If their mother told Blanca to sweep the sidewalk in front of their house, Rosa would help her. Their mother would always say, "My daughters are so good to one another. They make me very happy. I think I'm the luckiest mother in the town." "No, I'm the luckiest mother in the country." "No, I am the luckiest mother in the whole world." I think she loves her daughters very much and appreciates them, just like they appreciate her. When Rosa and Blanca grew up, Rosa got married. She and her husband had 3 children. Blanca didn't get married. She lived alone. One year, Rosa planted a garden. Blanca planted a garden too. They planted corn and tomatoes and good hot chiles. When the tomatoes were round and ripe, Rosa helped Blanca pick the tomatoes in her garden. Blanca helped Rosa pick the tomatoes in her garden. That night, Rosa thought, "My poor sister Blanca, she lives all alone. She has no one to help her make a living. I have a husband and helpful children. I will give her half of my tomatoes to sell in the market." Rosa filled a basket with tomatoes and she started towards Blanca's house. That very same night, Blanca thought, "My poor sister Rosa, she has a husband and 3 children. There are 5 people to feed in her house. I only have myself. I will give her half of my tomatoes to sell in the market." They're helping each other and they're thinking about each other. Blanca filled a basket with tomatoes. She started towards Rosa's house. The night was dark. The 2 sisters did not see each other when they passed. Rosa added her tomatoes to the pile in Blanca's kitchen, and Blanca added her tomatoes to the pile in Rosa's kitchen. The next day, Rosa looked at her pile of tomatoes. "Baya," she said, "how can I have so many tomatoes?" "Did my tomatoes have babies during the night?" The next day, Blanca looked at her pile of tomatoes. "Baya," she said, "how can I have so many tomatoes?" Did my tomatoes have babies during the night? When the corn was ripe, Rosa helped Blanca pick her corn. Blanca helped Rosa pick her corn. That night, Rosa thought, I will give half of my corn to Blanca to sell in the market. That night, Blanca thought, I will give half of my corn to Rosa to sell in the market. They are very kind to each other. Each sister filled a basket with corn. Rosa went to Blanca's house. Blanca went to Rosa's house. The night was dark. They did not see each other pass. Rosa added her corn to the corn in Blanca's house, and Blanca added her corn to the corn in Rosa's house. The next day, Rosa said, Maya, how can I have so much corn? Did each ear of corn invite a friend to spend the night? The next day, Blanca said, Maya, how can I have so much corn? Did each ear invite a friend to spend the night? When the chiles were red and hot, Rosa helped Blanca pick her chiles. Blanca helped Rosa pick her chiles. That night, Rosa thought, I will give Blanca half of my chiles to sell in the market. And that night, Blanca thought, I will give Rosa half my chiles to sell in the market. Each sister filled a basket with chiles. Just then, Rosa's youngest child started to cry. Rosa went to the child's room. She picked him up and rocked him. So they're busy harvesting their crops and trying to help each other. Blanca was on her way to Rosa's house. When Rosa's child went to sleep, Rosa picked up her basket of chiles. She started out the door. Blanca was coming in the door. They both said, Baya! Rosa said, Blanca, what are you doing? Why do you have that basket of chiles? Blanca said, Rosa, what are you doing? Why do you have that basket of chiles? Rosa said, I was going to give half of my chiles to you. Blanca said, but I was going to give half of my chiles to you. Both sisters laughed. Rosa said, that is why I still had so many tomatoes. Blanca said, that's why I had so much corn. The sisters hugged each other. The next day, Rosa and Blanca went to their mother's house. They told their mother what they had done. Their old mother smiled and hugged her daughters. She said, my daughters are so good to one another. They make me very happy. I think I'm the luckiest mother in the whole town. Nope, I'm the luckiest mother in the country. Nope, I am the luckiest mother in the whole world. So remember, Mother's Day is coming up. Think about your mom. What nice thing could you do for her? Could you help her out? Could you make her a picture? Could you get some flowers for her? What could you do that would tell her, thank you, I appreciate you very much, Mom. Have a good day. Bye.